Welcome back to the Elite4 podcast. Migs,
Johnny,
and Brian.
Jeremy.
Welcome, guys. This is episode 9 of the Elite4 podcast. Thank you for tuning in. This week, as you heard, we have Johnny and Jeremy joining us. You might recognize them from our invite this past year.
The GMK
our
invite.
That was kind of like our first video we filmed, like with the whole Elite4 premise like in mind. Like we wanted to start making videos because that's what kind of got us into making videos. I don't know if y'all realize that.
your pioneer days.
My pioneer days. Yeah, when I was just like trying to make a stupid video to invite my friends to my Christmas party. And then we all kind of discovered that we liked what we were doing. And we were like, dude, let's just keep making videos. And then we did. But you were playing one of the villains in that one. Like kind of you and Eric, right?
Yeah, me and
They were
Eric.
the bad guys. And the hero was Jeremy. This handsome fucking devil right here.
Had his shirt off the whole time.
Yo.
But Johnny and Eric, they were the world champs. They had won the beer pong tournament the year before, so that was they carried that role into the invite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's right. Because at the Christmas party, we have our epic beer pong tournament, which it's a pretty intense tournament. A lot of us play beer pong throughout the year solely to be ready for that tournament. And then we all just do very poorly.
Yeah, that's about right.
like this past year, I got so nervous. I was the first game of the first round, and I just bombed it. I was just like, just shaking in my fucking boots, dude. Just because I was just so nervous. Like, I've been training all year for this. I'm gonna fucking do it. And I was just like, bleh, just garbage, dude. And it was the nerves. It was really the nerves. But we play with some pretty intense rules, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one of the ones that I find the most interesting that we use is the overshot rule, which is if you overshoot the table, you take away one of your cups, which adds just so much more pressure on top of the tournament. It's just like it makes the nerves so much worse.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Because you don't want to overshoot that ball and give your opponents that upper
you can't just
level
jack up shots.
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely can't. And then especially it's just once you do jack up an air ball, and then you just like then it's just worse because you're just like, oh shit, like what? that felt good.
Dude, yes, like that air ball rule. Because like if you just the rule is that ball that you throw has to hit a cup or the table. If it's completely off the table and it doesn't hit anything, then you gotta like self-destruct the cup. Like you just choose one of your own cups to go away, and that could be the turn of a tide on a game like an air ball. And then that really fucks with your nerves. You're right about that, Brian. Because like there'll be times where I'm like, there's like one cup on the back end, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking airball this, and then like I purposely like undershoot it. Because I don't want to airball it and like sacrifice. So it's like a whole different type of game that like you're playing in your head with that rule, and it's just brutal. But it does serve a purpose. It does speed up the games significantly. Like we could fit 10 beer pong games in one night, easy with that rule. Get them going.
I don't know about easy.
Well, yeah, we're still hustling, right? We're still
yeah.
like, all right, go. Who's next? Let's go. But
yeah.
it's possible. It makes it possible.
Right. And just to clarify, so on the last cup, you can't take away your last cup due to that rule.
Yeah.
So you can't lose the game. Like once you get to one cup on your side, if you airball it, then you're good. The rule basically dies out for your side. But yeah, it definitely it is probably the thing I've noticed from watching our tournaments. It just seems whenever someone airballs, that momentum just starts swinging.
Yeah.
Like if like it just gives so much hope to the other side, right? Like and you just all of a sudden it's just like the other team starts rolling, and it's all because
snowballing.
Starts snowballing.
Many comebacks happen because of that rule.
Yeah, for real, it really does. Yeah.
Especially if it's like back to back, like where like both people like, dude, it's just like that 2 cup swing just. It's that's a big change.
Yeah, because we play teams, so pretty much 2 people are throwing at a time per team. So if like both team members like both airball, that's 2 cups gone. Like that's a huge swing. And then your opponent starts shooting, and then it's like, oh my god, like like
you see
multiple cups went away.
Yeah, the other team starts getting hyped, and you just start shaking like, oh god, it's just the feeling of it is just so terrible.
It definitely affects your morale whenever you hit those like 2 airballs in a row. It's like you might as well just sit down.
And the other team makes both of them.
And they sing. They get balls back right after that.
4 cups like that.
I don't know. Beer pong says, I mean, like, dude, because of coronavirus, like, I really haven't played much beer pong at all this year. So, like, I think we're all going to be a little rusty this year for our Christmas party.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I think it might make things a little bit more fun. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll wait and see about that. We got to start filming our invite this year. I think we're going to have a sit down pretty soon and talk about, like, what are we exactly going to film, like, and what ideas and brainstorming ideas. Because we normally film it around, like, late Thanksgiving time area, like, late November is when we film it.
Yeah. But that our last invite with Johnny and Eric as the previous champs, and then the whole role of Jeremy was just
dude.
It was like a Karate Kid spin-off in a way. But
Miguel is the master.
Dude, yeah, like the whole like Master
Roshi
kind of like whatever kind of a character. That was real fun shooting that video. That was probably one of the funnest videos I've shot. Like
it was
just us doing our thing here with training you to be a better beer pong player, and I'm just some like weird beer pong guru. We talked about expanding on that whole storyline, the things that we could do with it. There's a lot, but tell me about your experience there, Jeremy. Like, how'd you enjoy filming that one?
It was my first time acting. Felt like I was shirtless 75% of the time.
You were.
It was great.
Dude, yeah, I was like, if this boy's single now, he won't be as soon as the video comes out.
Still single.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are you showing girls the video?
No.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, yeah.
He's afraid of the shake weight is what's
Shake
going
weight.
on.
The shake weight is what makes it, dude.
That shake weight was brilliant.
I need to go back and just watch that video again because that video was just so funny with
Dude.
the whole like Eye of the Tiger music going.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was just ridiculously funny.
And for that was the first time we had actually used equipment like tripods, cameras, editing software.
Yeah.
And I want to say like doing that was probably just the outside factors. I don't know if you were there, but when we were shooting outside of we were shooting at some law firm in front of some law firm
across from
Rosebud.
Yeah.
We were just using that street, and of course 205 is right down the way.
Oh yeah.
And so the night that one of the nights that we all scheduled to go out there, they were playing a little bit of music, right? So it was something where it's like, oh damn, which we're like, all right, we'll get through it. Well, also that same night, I believe Rosebud was having an open mic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Trevor, you were. So
There's that dude that was outside playing the saxophone. He knew we were filming too. He
like,
was like, "Hey, you guys
music?
filming a movie? Do y'all need some music in your movie?"
Just some random dude
Yeah.
just playing a microphone, and he sees y'all filming.
Yes.
And he's like, "Fuck it."
Yeah. That's exactly it.
He's like, hey, y'all filming? Y'all need some music? And we're like, no. And he's like,
He just starts playing.
Okay. Like, all right.
Oh well, you got it anyways. Like,
Yeah, it's just like,
And he
oh
went for a
no.
while.
God,
Yeah,
did y'all try to wait him out?
Yeah, we did.
Oh wow.
We did wait him out.
How long did you have to wait for him?
I think it was honestly like a good 15 to like honestly maybe even more so like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we were sitting there and we'd like every time we would try to start, Brian would be like, "All right, guys, we ready?" And then he'd get ready, and then all of a sudden,
It's like he was trolling. He was trolling us.
Yeah, he was fucking with
He
y'all.
was
It's like he
trolling
knew.
us real hard. Because every time, we would be like, all right, like, just start back up. Like, all right, never mind. What are you still going? It was like
Did
30
any of
minutes.
that make it into the final cut?
No, I don't
Nah.
think. No.
Oh well, that's good at least. My
No.
God, that's awful.
Yeah,
It's funny though.
that was hard.
It's
That was
great.
hard. And then, which the music from 205 made it in there. You could hear it.
A little bit.
Yeah, you could definitely. But it actually played well because it was like an outside bar scene with Noel, and like you could hear the music, so it actually worked out.
Oh yeah, because I think y'all were trying to film like some scene how y'all were outside of a club,
Yeah.
and y'all
Yeah.
were just outside some random building.
Who was that?
downtown
Jeremy
Victoria.
and Aubrey. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Aubrey
yeah.
was in there as
I
well.
forgot Aubrey was in that. She got hit with the head with the
Oh,
beer.
Yeah.
You threw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
Yeah,
to
that-
avenge my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
there you
'Cause
go.
That's right. That's
that's
right.
what it was. Because
Yes.
you and Eric were like the villains, and y'all have these like superpowers with like ping pong balls, and like you just like do your little shot, and you just like
Yeah.
throw a beer pong ball, and you just like I get Aubrey right in the face, and of course she's knocked out
Down to the ground.
and Jeremy's like no. Like,
Dude, that seems with the music. I think I had got some DBZ Frieza Saga music
Oh, yeah, you
to
did.
go over that, and
It
it
was
just
great.
dude, it was beautiful.
It worked out perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we tried to model Eric and Johnny's characters after Vegeta and Nappa.
Yeah,
Just because Eric's like a little smaller figure guy, and then Johnny is this big muscular dude. Like it's like Vegeta and Nappa,
yeah.
But I don't know, dude. That was our first video, and we've learned a lot since that time. Like how much we've learned. I bet now if we try to film something like that, we could do like something
A lot
even
better.
A lot better. Yeah, I kind of don't want to go back and watch it just to see how cringy it is. Like, I would have done this, I would have done that.
Yeah.
Like like the learning curve here is pretty steep. We learned a lot of stuff so fast. Is that Roxy just going to town?
She's going
Roxy,
to town
that's
on this thing. Slowpoke, use tail whip.
I know. Do something.
Noel's not here to guard
He's
it.
too
Use
slow.
a track. Do something, dude.
Give me the-
Yeah.
That's a good pillow, Roxy. Chill out, Roxy. Jesus.
All right. We're done. No more pillow.
That's Noel's
That's
pillow.
Noel's pillow.
That's Noah's pillow. Yeah,
It's not Noel's pillow. It's my pillow.
Oh shit.
Changing up.
Roxy confused now. She's like, "Where's my pillow?
Where's my pillow?
But have y'all watched any other recent animes? I've been currently watching, actually rewatching, Sword Art Online.
Really?
Yeah, just because that new season was going to come out.
I don't
And
even know what
I
it's
think
called.
it is coming out. Season 3 just came out, and I was going to rewatch the seasons 1 and 2. That anime gets a lot of bad rap on the internet.
Really does.
It really does. I was afraid to ask y'all because I didn't want to insult any of y'all. But
You. You're one of those.
Should have started
people.
with the insult and then asked.
but I'll be honest with you. Like I think it's an okay anime. Like I don't. It's not my favorite anime. It's not anywhere close to like my top 3 or anything.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was like, oh, it's a nice little boy anime right here. Like I could watch this. But yeah, I go read about it online, and people are just dogging the fuck
Bashing
out of
it.
that anime. Like what did this anime do to piss off so many people?
I don't know. It's just like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on to where like anybody mentions Sword Art Online and they're just like immediately it's like, oh, you're one of those guys that watches that. Oh, that watches that anime. It's like, what is that?
I don't even know, dude. I don't know. That's just I guess the toxic anime community. Like,
I mean, BS aside of all that stuff that people give it, I mean, it's not bad. It's a half decent story and it keeps you engaged.
Can I get a summary of what this anime is about?
oh yeah, it's pretty much like the anime boy gets stuck in a video game, and if you die in a video game, you die in real life.
Yeah.
Classic.
So it's kind of like that. It's like, but what made me real curious about that anime is, I feel like that anime is kind of like modern day Serial Experiments Lane anime, because like back in the 90s when I watched Serial Experiments Lane, they were having like cell phones like us and like these computers at school, and like it showed technology like way ahead of its time, but it was very on par with what we have today.
Yeah.
And in Sword Art Online, they talk about the virtual video games, to where you put on this little headset and you pretty much go unconscious and you're playing this game, like you're controlling your avatar's body, and that might be like right around the corner. Like
Yeah.
VR games, they exist now, and technology is only going to improve.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to see like where the future goes with the technology with video gaming, because video gaming as we know it now might those days might be numbered. Like,
Yeah.
you know, having a controller and a TV screen, that might be like fucking ancient relics. Like, you know, in 10 years or so. Like, who knows, dude? Who knows?
They start getting that stuff in there where you're like subjugating your consciousness to a video game. It's like, no, get me out. I'm done.
You're not for it?
Well, just because of sword art.
Oh, because of sword art?
It's like, oh, you get trapped in here, you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah, because like that headset supposedly like microwaves your brain. That's what it does. It triggers. So if you die in that game, it sends out little microwaves and pretty much cooks your brain instantly. So that's how they kill you, like in real life, whatever.
I think that's part of the problem with the anime, why people don't like it. It's because you're supposed to die, right? Like when you die in the game.
Yeah.
But in the anime, Kirito, like, is never in danger of dying ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because
Like-
he's always like so advanced in levels, and then like that one time when he was in danger of dying, and actually does kind of die, his like willpower like brings him back to life, and like kind of like
Ridiculous.
sticks it to the man, like fuck you, you know, I can live in this game and stuff, and yeah. So I guess there's a lot of cliche things about Sword Art Online. That might what gives it the bad rap it has.
That first half was good.
Yeah.
And then they did that elf shit.
The
And then I
Elfheim
was
Online.
like,
Yeah.
kind of weird.
That went down, and then season 2 was about the whole gun stuff.
I didn't watch any of that.
Oh, dude, that one, it fell off after that because it's pretty much the main character playing this gun game, still with a sword. So it's pretty much like a lightsaber, like deflecting bullets, like a fucking Jedi.
I mean,
And
that's
was
still
like,
cool.
Just give the guy a goddamn gun like everybody else. Like, come on, like, you know. But
Isn't he like
this
a
is what it
girl
is.
too?
Dude? Roxy
Roxy.
does not want you to have that
She-
fucking pillow today, dude.
She's pissed.
She's pissed at that pillow.
All right. I'll put it up. Noel's not here.
Just let her have it. Just let her have it. I got that pillow in Austin at a bar arcade called
Oh, really?
Pinballs. Yeah, if you ever go to Austin, go to it. It's pretty much like it's BYOB. It's this big ass arcade room, and then there's a second room in the back that's freaking huge, and it's just nothing but pinball machines.
Is that at the Domain?
No, you're talking about Kung Fu Bar.
Yes.
Kung Fu is another great bar that
Yeah.
I like going to. The only bad thing about that one is that it's kind of pricey, but it's in the Domain, so of course
Yeah.
it's going to be a little pricey. But yeah, same premise to where they have like an outline of arcade games, but pinballs, no, you're talking classic tilt that you can BYOB.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I think they might serve some food there too. But yeah, we had a lot of fun there. I went with Eric and Alyssa, and we didn't realize it was BYOB, but we still stayed there for like a couple of hours just playing these different games.
That's cool.
Sounds tight.
Yeah, just different games and just like, you know, getting tickets and stuff. We were playing some of those gambling games where like the little pearls that fall down and stuff.
Those little slots or
Yeah,
whatever.
little
The
slot-
pusher, the coin
little
pushers.
coin pushers. Like we're in that area, just going to town, dude. Like, you know, just dropping so much money. But it was fun, and I was like, dude, I can see how this is a thing, especially if I like was drinking and doing this, like looking at the little coins like fall down. Like, come on, a little bit more, and it's gonna push it over the edge. Like, you know, just hyping myself up over some dumb game. But
Sitting
it
there.
was a cool place, cool atmosphere. But yeah, I got enough tickets. And I got that pillow, and I was like, this will be perfect for the set, for the podcast. And here it is. And I guess Roxy finally just decided that it's hers.
I guess so. I thought it was Noel's pillow, and I was gonna try and steal it, but it's apparently Roxy's pillow,
Guess so. Well, we'll see. She'll probably forget about it later.
and then it'll be mine.
So in this time of quarantine, oh Brian, you're gonna say something?
I'll say, is there any other animes that y'all have been watching besides Sword Art?
Let's see, me and my girlfriend have been rewatching. For me, at least, it's new to her, Inuyasha, because there's a new series for that. It was back from the late '90s.
Yeah, man,
And
I was in high school watching that.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say
So
I was
that's
in
probably
middle
like
school. That was one of the
2000s.
first things that was shown on Adult Swim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Saturday
Toonami,
nights.
baby.
Yeah.
Saturday nights,
Damn.
11 o'clock.
Yeah, because it was like Inuyasha, Yu Yu
Yu
Hakusho,
and then, like, Cowboy Bebop.
The
Oh, man.
classics, dude.
Dude.
The classics.
Yeah.
So they're doing new episodes of Inuyasha?
Yeah, I don't know the full premise of the story, and I don't want to like spoil anything, but yeah, it's supposed to be. It's called Yashahime, and it translation to Princess Half Demon. So I would think that it's Inuyasha's daughter in some way, but I haven't watched it yet just because we're rewatching everything and want to try and experience it as it comes out. But
Right. I remember what I remember from Inuyasha was that it was just a really long series, and the dude would always disappear every time Inuyasha would get close to him. Like
that's
you
exactly
just like,
it.
like
Who was a villain?
Yeah,
his brother, I think, right? Isn't it?
his brother is a part of it, but yeah, anytime they get close to capturing or defeating the villain, Naraku,
Yeah.
he just there's a big puff of poison smoke, and it's just like, oh, he's escaping, he's disappearing.
I guess you're right, because off the top of my head, I can't even remember that character because it's always disappearing.
He was
Like,
always
I
gone.
Always
I
gone.
remember his older brother and that little character that would follow him around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was-
jogging.
And then there was also like a little girl that followed him around too. But yeah, and then of course there was also the guy with the black hole on his hand, and he could never use it because there was fucking bees everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
Like every time, like this guy had this most
Every time.
overkilling power. Like
Yeah.
he had like a black hole in his hand. It was kind of the goddamn dead zone off of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And he would just like suck shit in. But for some reason, if he would suck in these poisonous bees, it would somehow poison him and he would just die.
Yeah.
So like he did it once, and then like the bad guy was like, "Oh, let's buy some poison bees and just fucking spread this everywhere." That's exactly. So every time he's like, "Don't worry, I'll use my thing," and like he like, pulls it out, and then it's like bees just pop out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh, I'm going home.
I'm useless.
It's like, oh no, Naraku's poison insects. I can't use this.
I can't use it." Yeah, it's kind of like Krillin's Destructo disc. Like, it's super powerful. Never can use it.
It's like, I feel like that Destructo disc was completely underrated because it's just like, no matter who it is, it's just like it'll chop a limb off. Like,
Yeah.
Frieza's supposed to be this strong, powerful being, and it's just like,
Someone caught it though. Didn't he use it on someone and they just caught it?
I don't know if it was Krillin's, was it?
Yeah, someone that.
It might have been one of Frieza's.
Was it Frieza that caught the Destructo disc?
Man,
No,
I
it
can't
chopped his tail off.
remember.
That chopped Frieza's tail off.
I know when he threw it at
Oh, his
Cell,
own
it just
one.
didn't even affect
Oh,
him.
that's what it
Yeah.
was. Cell just stood through it.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Didn't even mess
It
with
broke on him. Like it broke him.
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
saw
But I have a
blade.
feeling like
Really?
somebody did catch like a disc
Yeah,
at one point.
I don't know why.
I don't know where it was. It might have been GT.
That's good.
Actually,
good
I
DBZ
think
trivia.
it might have been after Frieza was cut in half. Whenever the planet was about to be blown up, Goku was when Goku was leaving, he tried throwing a disc at him, but Goku like moved out of the way.
Yeah.
No, so that's
I don't
not
know,
it.
but I think someone
I think
did.
it was
I
Frieza
just can't
because
remember.
Frieza's own disc cut
No, dude. He didn't.
themselves.
Well, Frieza just controlled it the whole time.
Yeah,
His own disc. It might have been the
Krillin-
other world tournament. It might have been something else, dude.
there's too many
I
episodes.
don't know. It's too many. Too many episodes. If you would have asked me like 5 years ago to where I was just like balls
Shit.
deep in Dragon Ball Z still, I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
have answered. But since then, I have watched Dragon Ball Z abridged all the
That's
way
so
through.
funny.
It is literally like one of my most favorite shows of all time. Cause it has ruined Dragon Ball Z for me because it hits the nail on the head on everything. And I go back and I watch Dragon Ball Z and I'm just like, no, this is wrong. A bridge is right. Like, like it's so hilarious. Like Nappa's freaking a hilarious character. Like Chaozu being like a little Pokemon and stuff. Like I would say if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, haven't watched a bridge, go watch a bridge. It's hilarious. It's free on YouTube. It's pretty much Dragon Ball Z dubbed over. Not really to make fun of it, but to make things more obvious. Like,
Yeah.
Goku's a bad dad. Like,
He's kind of an idiot.
kind of an idiot. Gohan's like a smart kid, doesn't want to fight though. Like,
Vegeta's super jealous.
Yeah, Vegeta's super mad, super jealous, just believes his own hype so much, like whatever. Vegeta cracks me up the whole time.
He's
dude.
on point in that.
Dude, he is, and that's why it ruins it when I go back and watch Dragon Ball Z because I'm waiting for like Vegeta to say these lines like "fuck you," but he doesn't say it. Like, I'm like, oh man, like those Team 4-Star that did a bridge, like my god, dude. I think they're done making videos now. I think they got into too much copyright infringement stuff.
I think so. I haven't heard from them in a good while.
They did a little farewell video saying kind of like, you know, what happened and how a lot of them just got burnt out and it was just too much of a struggle. And I understand. I was like, dude, the grind, dude, because they went like they covered all of Dragon Ball Z like in like 70 episodes, and these episodes are only 10 minutes episodes, so they really condense a lot of things down. And I want to say they did that over a course of like 4 years. They were taking big chunks of time off. Yeah. I remember at one point it was like a month in between episodes, and I was like, "Oh, dude, things are grinding down." But it is what it is. The video grind is not for everyone. Shit, I don't even know if it's for me. I'm still trying to figure it out.
So Team 4-Star was like Dragon Ball Kai before Dragon Ball Kai was the thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they got rid of a lot of the filler. But they kept the good filler, like the really funny, like Goku and Piccolo driving cars. Yeah, the driving test, like that's a fucking great episode, like, you know.
It's tight because they do follow like the story really well.
Yeah.
Like you can watch a bridge and still understand what's going on.
Yeah,
exactly,
Dragon Ball. Like,
yeah, just Frieza just calling everyone fucking monkeys and stuff. Like, you know,
this ape over here.
For real, dude.
They did a lot of stuff though, because I remember watching too. Like they did like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and then they did what was it? The X-Men thing, Juggernaut bitch.
They did that one, and they also did Hellsing.
Yeah,
W over Hellsing, and they also did that. It was a funny little series, the Cell games, to where it's like those 9 days that Cell was like waiting for the tournament. How like different anime characters were showing up. Like it was like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Ash is ass, dude. I fucking hate that character, dude. But you know, he'll show up and like have his little Pikachu go out there. And, like Cell's just all like, "What's this?" Like, you know, or Yu-Gi-Oh would show up. You know, like I challenge you to a duel. Like, you know,
That was funny.
That was a good series. I really enjoyed those a lot. But some good stuff.
Was it? There was one of those too where it was the Knuckles. What was it?
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles and Tails.
Well, no, like Cell was waiting in the arena, and it was what the heck was that? The Knuckles that was like the huge meme for a little while that he would always be Ugandan Knuckles.
Show me the way.
Yeah, he's like, show me the way, and he's like, what? No, dude. And then he like Ugandan Knuckles turns Super Saiyan 3, and he's just like, Cell's just like, no.
Yeah, they poke fun at a lot of it.
But
Really let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come right back. Hey there. I just want to take a second to thank you for watching the Elite 4 podcast. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, because that really helps our channel grow. And if you're feeling extra generous, share us with a friend. Tell your mom about us. Tell anyone. We greatly appreciate you here at Elite 4. Now back to the podcast. All right, and we are back. So, a lot of things didn't happen this year that we normally do. Normally we have a little summer party we didn't have here because of COVID. Mm-hmm. And another thing that didn't happen that a lot of y'all go to is Anime Matsuri.
Oh yeah.
On the anime topic still. I hear Jeremy's a big fan.
I'm one of the first people to go, I think. This group.
I think so too. I think you are. You're a little rave boy over there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Tell me about that, dude. Like, so Anime Matsuri is pretty much this huge anime convention they have downtown Houston, right?
Right. The George R. Brown Convention Center.
Wow.
It's pretty big. I think it's one of the biggest in the U.S.
Yeah, I think it is
now
the anime convention to go to in the U.S.
One of
them. There's probably some in California there.
Anime Expo.
Yeah,
LA.
the big expos one and stuff. But at least for Texas,
yeah,
it's like the one to go to.
Right.
And I hear shit gets crazy over there.
Yep.
Because of the different cultures and stuff. So you have like your whole cosplayers, and that's like the what you really see is everyone cosplaying and just enjoying the whole anime culture, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I personally have never been, and I've always just heard stories of y'all going and filling up hotel rooms, just getting drunk and passing out. Like,
Bodies.
man, these guys are over here just like partying it up. Like, like I'm always working, but I think I told myself that this year I was going to go, and then of course this happens, and I think it's been canceled this year, and then next year it's going to happen. So
Yeah.
I think for sure I'm going to go next year.
Do y'all have some? Would care to share any experiences like of what Anime Matsuri is like, or like what the big events there?
Yeah, for the audience that doesn't know what it is, like give us an experience that kind of outlines.
What's the Anime Matsuri experience?
It's a huge convention, basically, that's all about anime. Anything to do with anime. They have like vendors and stuff that sell art, and like they have panels with like some of the studios that make anime go there and stuff.
Yeah.
They do big collabs every year now with like, I think one year they had Evangelion stuff there. Like they had the like original cells that they drew for the anime there to show people.
Wow.
That shit was sick. But you had to pay for it.
Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah.
Like everything else in the world. So, I'm sure everyone's wondering, is there any hentai stuff there?
There is in a panel called Hentai Fest.
Oh, Hentai Fest.
I've never been.
We tried that one year.
You are a goddamn liar, sir.
I've
You
never
say
been.
You've never been?
I've never been.
That's
Dude,
the
okay.
first thing I'm signing up
So,
for.
this Hentai Fest, I have never been either, but the first year I went to Anime Matsuri, we met up with him. Actually, Brian was there too. But it was just...
Wait, no, what's this?
He told me
even
where to stop
remember.
it. We were trying to get in, and it was just for the sheer fact of, what is this?
Hentai Fest.
What do you mean you're trying to get in?
Okay, so think of your usual, Black Friday or huge game release where you see a whole bunch of people in line for something. It's just this time around, it's a whole bunch of fucking anime porn.
So they're waiting in line.
A bunch of dudes just
Yeah.
waiting to get into one specific hall to hear one, like, voice actresses from the hentais, like, speak for a little bit on either. I'm honestly not 100% sure. It's just like a panel of the
no
hentai,
idea.
and then they play a little bit of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I've actually never been in there, but we were trying, and there was actually, I think we had like picked up a friend along the way, and he was trying to like help us and pointing us to different places, and he was like, yeah guys, I got a guy that can get you in over here. And then we went and nothing happened, and it was a whole bunch of back and forth, but
Oh, man.
it was, dude, there was a lot of people trying to get into
I
one
might be
hall.
able to provide some details about what goes on.
Okay.
Oh, did you make it in?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, you made it in?
Yeah,
I
let
think
me.
one year he
Of
waited.
course, Brian the
This
Weasel
fool
Ramirez over
waited.
here.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Probably with no badge. Somehow still got it.
Shirt
Alright,
off.
So my experience with Hentai Fest. So it's exactly what Johnny described. You have this huge hall room, and the line is, take what you're thinking and times it by like 5 or whatever. It's
Wow.
bigger than any Black Friday line.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. It's a winding snake, and we're talking like a
Yeah.
big building,
Yeah.
and it winds. And it's one of the main events, I would say, for Anime Matsuri. It's something that people look forward to.
Yeah.
And of course, it's very limited. Well, I wouldn't even say it. So it's a big hall, but there's
Just so many seats.
there's limited seats,
Yeah.
and there's only so many people that can get in.
Oh yeah.
So what happened is, whenever I went, I think it's like an evening event. It's like a Saturday night. It's
Yeah.
an evening event.
Yeah.
I want to say it starts like maybe like 7, and
Is it?
it's like
Usually I thought it was like after midnight or something.
It's closer towards, but I'm not
It
I'm not
wasn't-
sure.
I don't remember. It's an over 18 event, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
It
how
was
they would
towards the
handle
back
that.
end of the day,
Yeah.
for sure. And I remember, I was just off, just fucking off like an Anime Matsuri, doing whatever. And I remember we were like, oh, let's just go check out this Hentai Fest. And that's when we got there and we saw the line. We're just like, holy shit! Like, there's no
Yeah.
way, like there wasn't even a point in waiting. I was like, we're not getting in.
Oh, my God, dude.
And we're like, dude, that's so crazy. And so I remember seeing, and we actually had John Mike was.
John
I
Mike
remember
and
John
Griff?
Mike and Griff were in the
Yeah.
line.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
in actually like in a really good. I was like, damn, they're probably getting in. But I guess they had waited. Like,
I think they actually did go in.
I think they did
Yeah.
to get in.
and so
No, wait, they actually waited in line?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, they
yeah.
actually
Like
all
true
did.
fans. Like true fans.
true fans they are. And so I remember just be like, man, there has to be a way like this, like damn, like come on, I think it was my first anime Matsuri, and I was like, I gotta get in, right? I was like, I was like, I'm not letting anything stop me. So I remember there was a time there was a VIP line, and of course, like the VIP line, they were gonna let them in first, and pretty much they had the first like 5 or 6 rows of chairs in the very front by the panel. I want to say there was like probably 4 or 5 people up there talking, and they have the huge screen, but pretty much the VIP gets that front row. And I remember seeing the lady come out, and she was just like, VIP, like we're like, come on, we're gonna go ahead and let you in. And I remember like I just happened to be in the right spot, right? And I see it, and I see the line going. Like I'm like right here, this line's just like going right here. The door to the entry is like right now, like I'm like right in the front. And as soon as that line starts tailing, as soon as like the tail end of that line, I just blended in and walked in with the VIP. Like I just like blended in there, and I was just in with the VIPers, and I was walking in this huge room. And I remember we're just walking down the center, like we were the first in there, and they had like all these chairs up in the front, like different colored chairs for us. I was like, oh shit. So I remember sitting down, like I'm sitting down, everyone around me has this big old badge on.
Yeah.
a fucking square. It's not like
Huge.
It's not like a small badge. It's like
Yeah,
it's got a
huge.
map
it's
on
a
the back.
huge
Yeah.
badge. And I sit next to this these Asian couple, right? And I'm just like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, and they were just like I was like, they actually mentioned like they're like, do you have a badge? And I was like, no. They're like, oh, cool. Like they were cool with it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like they're like, damn, this dude found a way in. Like
I'll
they-
give props to you too.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
like. And so I remember being in, and after I just remember taking like the whole scene because it like I said, it was a huge room. It was just gigantic, kind of like what you would expect at like a Magic event. So like the Magic the Gathering tournaments we would go to, where it would hold out like I was probably like 2,000
Something that.
It was a
Yeah.
huge ballroom,
Oh, huge.
and it would just like there was a huge screen, and then like the stage with a panel. And I was like, oh shit. And I look back and I see people starting to filter in, right? They're bringing them in, filling them in behind the rows. And I remember looking back because I knew John Mike and Johnny were good, or John Mike and Griff were going to eventually get in. And so like I stand on my chair, I see them come in. I'm like, yo, I'm just like, hey, like, and they're just like, what? Like I'm way in front. And I want to say, I don't remember exactly how this went down, but I want to say I told him to come up to VIP because there's extra chairs up there. But anyways, so as this event starts, essentially what it is that they play basically clips of hentai, and they basically and when they start playing, they like dim the lights and all that stuff. You're just watching porn with like 2,000 dudes. It's just, and, like, dude, you're just,
Yeah, you don't want to be a female in that room, right? Like,
Oh man.
there's some in there, but
I'm
like,
sure some are in there, right? But
I mean, yeah, if you're looking for attention, like for sure, like
yeah, right.
But yeah, pretty much they just
Probably a good way to get Instagram followers, right? Like,
Probably.
add me on Instagram, boom, 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 follow, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
For
you're
sure.
essentially just watching porn, hentai porn, with a bunch of dudes, and like, and there's commentary, like the people on top. I don't know if they're like a voice actor. I don't know if they're just commentary. I don't know if y'all know.
Yeah,
I don't
But
remember.
I know one of them was like a special guest, like in a way.
Yeah, I think they have like fucking porn actresses go there
Yeah.
to host it or something.
One
like
of
that.
them was like
Really?
someone
like Japanese
special.
porn actresses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like voice actors.
Japanese adult video stars.
The
Or
J-
action
the
videos.
JAVs.
Action videos.
Action
Japanese
videos.
action videos. JAVs.
Yes, and so I want to say they would probably. I remember they would play some of the best clips that have came out in the past year, like some of the best scenes, and pretty much we would just all get get all
Everyone,
choked up,
everyone gets a little aroused, right?
Everyone has their hog on display, you know.
Fuck, dude.
And that's what it was. I didn't stay for the whole thing. I eventually just I was like, all right, I got it. I got in. I understand what.
Hell yeah, dude.
but-
Call me senpai, son. You know. Hell yeah.
That's
So how many do you think one of those VIP badges cost, Brian?
Oh.
They're like 150.
Yeah, I was gonna say
150?
Yeah.
That ain't bad, dude.
But they give you like access to everything first, and then you get like first in line for like signings and like panels, like everything, every event.
Yeah, I'm sure there's different grades too, like, you know, as VIP. I know this year I really was considering going to RTX, which is the Rooster Teeth Expo in Austin, and they have like, you know, your base, like your weekend pass, but I think that was like $100 just right there for the weekend pass. The VIP one was like a few $100. Then you have like your Ultra Pass, which is like $600.
God.
And then there's like the Super Ultra Pass, which is like you get to have like brunch and actually hang out with a lot of the personalities. And that one was like over 1,000.
Damn.
But I always wanted to go to an RTX just because for years I've been wanting to go. I just never really thought to go, or just I was working a lot. But I was really thinking about getting that Super Ultra one and just going big on it, like, you know, like treating it as like a weekend vacation, just like go to RTX, this big convention, just like, you know, not to worry about like lines, because you paid all that money to whatever. And I was like, man, I would definitely spend money to avoid lines, because that waiting in line sucks unless you have some sneaky characteristics to you, like Brian over here. And I've seen Brian do it too, and like a lot. Like even I remember like during when was it, South by Southwest, whenever Viceland was a thing, and that was like it was this crazy club downtown off of like Cesar Chavez Street, and it was like everything was free. Like you walk in, all the alcohol free, or whatever band you see, they're just playing for free, and it was like good bands. I'm talking about like mainstream bands.
Wow.
It was like completely free that you just had to wait in line, and I don't know how we did it, but I think Brian was the one that really like led the way of like just like snaking through the line, sneaking through without really being noticed. And instead of waiting for like 3 hours, we only waited for like 20 minutes. Like, you know, like we snaked the fuck out of that line. And it was like, this is Brian's like secret skill. It's like, he's like the butler from Mr. Deeds. Like, he's very sneaky. Like,
So it really sharpened my skills at South by Southwest, those lines. There's a lot of things that we did to, I don't know if you remember getting into the Pandora event, and like you had to drop down on the side of the Pandora event was this kind of like the stone ditch, but it had a trail that went like a little walkway that you can walk. You don't remember? I think Eric did it with me.
I got blasted during South by Southwest, dude. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I am shit-faced drunk, dude.
Yeah. But we pretty much, that's what we like hopped over this little rail, fell down, and like there's this like little like a brick path that you could walk on like halfway up on this ditch. You pull yourself up, and then you're on the Pandora event side. And so like, dude, I remember we did. I could have swore you were there. Like you watched it, because it was a little dangerous for sure.
I mean, dude, if I was drunk, I probably was there.
Drunk.
But I get blasted for something.
But yeah, we're just like, so those lines at South by Southwest are brutal.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know how it is now. I didn't go to South by this past year, because of coronavirus. But the year before that, I still didn't go to, because it just became just too many people, and you had people getting run over by like crazy people and stuff like that now.
Yep, I went the year before, or I guess the most recent one. Yeah, I went, but we did a lot of day stuff.
Yeah.
So like, and it was during the week, which seems to be like the best time to go. There's still a lot of free stuff. I think we started off every day. They had like a Torchies thing going where you can get free tacos, and they had an open bar, and they had free music. It was just like a Monday morning at 11. Like, let's just go get Torchies and drink for free. Like, it was great.
Speaking of lines, it just that immediately, like, I need to take you with me the next time I go to like Comic-Con in California.
Oh man.
You go to the San Diego one, right?
Yeah, I went. I've been twice, and one of the times we tried getting into Hall H, and that is the biggest hall. Like when they do like Marvel exclusive stuff or Walking Dead or this or that, you're talking like thousands of people in line. And we got there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we were easily about, I'd say at least 2.5 miles away from the convention center. because of how long the line was.
2.5 miles, my dude?
Yeah. Like, okay, so it comes out of the convention center where Hall H is, and it snakes at least five or six times, goes out to the pier, and then past all of the boats, which there was a couple of boats. I remember explicitly there they had one for what was it? I think at the time, it's a while back, but it was like Assassin's Creed Black Flag or something. So they had a whole ship dedicated to it. We were out by that ship at the end of the line, and it sucks because whenever that line starts moving, dude, because okay, so people are in this line from the previous day.
What?
Yeah. So it's just like people are there camping out, sleeping, whatever. And it's just like there was a couple, and I still feel bad for them to this day. Like, you know, they were there the day before, but they were asleep and nobody woke them up. They just stepped right over them, kept going. And
what?
Yeah.
No one woke them up?
That's fucked
Man,
up.
that's shitty.
And I think ultimately, like, I felt even worse because I was in that line because everybody I was with wanted to see, like, some big Doctor Who panel. And I was like, man, I don't even like Doctor Who. And, but yeah, we did the same thing. We stepped right over him. It's like, man, that really sucks. But it's just like, you mean,
You didn't scream at her or anything? Like, hey, motherfucker, wake the fuck up. Like, this is the time. Like, you know.
dude, I walked by him and I was just like, God, that sucks. And I mean, I look back on it. I feel like I should have, like, at least, like, kicked him or something, you know? It's just,
How are they out? How are they, like...
Dude, they were out hard.
Yeah.
Like, there were some people before me and my group of friends that I was with at the time. Like, there were some people that were just like, hey, you know, dude, wake up, or, like, you know, whatever.
Hopefully they weren't dead.
They weren't dead.
No.
Yeah, they were already dead.
Like, they...
Turns out you're on Skid Row, and
They're actually just homeless people.
Dude,
Homeless people.
There were a lot. There were a lot. My goodness.
Wow.
But yeah, man, that hall seats, I want to say at the time they mentioned it when, like, the event started. It was like, I think at least 2,000 people that it seats inside of that hall. But it's just like, and we were in the back, and dude, it was nuts. And we got there at 5 o'clock in the morning. And we were still so far back, but it's just like if I had Brian there with me, I probably would have been up towards the front.
Nah, dude. If you had Brian there with you, you would have ended up somehow in a janitor's costume, like fucking doing some mopping, and then like turning the corner, like ripping it off, and like walking through. Like,
He's like carrying a ladder through the crowd.
Maybe.
yeah, like doing an AC vent, and y'all crawl out, and then Brian's like, "All right, we're here." Like, you know.
I mean, if you're able to get into places at the San Diego Comic-Con, like that's
Dude,
the ultimate challenge. Like,
It is the ultimate challenge.
Yeah.
it's a lot of waiting in line, and dude, those lines get pretty gross.
I'm gonna fucking tape a GoPro on your head and just see what happens.
You're gonna see a lot of just sitting, doing nothing, and just
I'm
like.
sure if you really wanted to, you could get in, dude.
I think so.
if
Yeah.
you really
I think
wanted
so.
to. There's some ways to do it.
But
oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, dude.
I'll say the Anime Matsuri, the other big event that they have is they do a rave, like a huge rave on Saturday night.
Are we talking like a real rave? Like people are fucking raving.
A
Yes.
real rave.
Ecstasy being passed around and everything.
What,
Do
do
not
y'all have
fucking
any
eat.
experiences at the rave?
I go every year.
that is
It is
Jeremy's main
definitely
event.
the main event for me.
Oh, that's what you look forward to.
Yes.
What is it like?
It's very loud.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of people. You're just there to have a good time.
Actually, John Mike's been a pretty heavy hitter with the rave. What was it?
Dude,
I don't know. Whenever I went, that was like 2-3 years ago already. But
I don't even remember.
he loved it.
Yeah, John Mike loves the rave.
Him and Noel actually.
Yeah.
Was it like an indoor rave or
It's
outdoor?
indoor.
Oh,
One year
wow.
they had it like on like the 3rd floor or some shit like that, and everybody was scared that shit was gonna just collapse.
Dude, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like,
Cause you can feel the floor like fucking moving,
oh shit.
like not vibrating, like moving.
Yeah.
But it's pretty wild. There's some fools playing Yu-Gi-Oh! One year. They had a table in the middle of the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Just playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
They're playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
In the
And
middle of
you
the rave?
and they had sleeve decks, so you know it was real. Like
Yeah.
those fools were playing.
Dude,
Like,
yeah, that was the year I went because John Michael said he actually saw those dudes in the middle of the little area.
it was like in the crowd,
Yeah.
like
That's
the
awesome.
center of that pit.
Everyone back up. challenge you to a duel.
Dude, everybody like respected the table. Like Michael said, there was at least like a good like foot around the table where nobody would hit.
Dude,
Because
nobody.
everyone knew, like, oh, they play Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't mess with
Don't
them.
mess with
You gotta
them.
respect them, dude. They bought a table. But
That's fucking awesome, dude.
I'm usually pretty fucked up during the rave though, so don't ask me about the details.
Right on. That sounds fucking cool as fuck.
I got to witness a little bit of it in my time that I went. I definitely had to go check it out. So I remember it just being very loud. I remember being a lot of people, right? And I'm not really much of a dancer, so it's kind of, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go see what this is about. I do remember a lot of it's anime music, right? And I remember just like people are in costumes and like painted up. There's a lot of like glow sticks, and I'm just like, oh shit, like it was crazy. I never really got in the mix, like in the mix of everything. I just kind of stayed on the outskirts for a bit, kind of took it in.
You just want to go check it out?
Oh yeah.
I just basically scouted.
And then went back to Hentai Fest?
I went back to the room. Well, this takes the rave is like late.
It's like from 11 or 12 to like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
So like at this time, I think I had just went back to the hotel like after the rave, and I was passed out.
Yeah. So I want to say that the night that I was there, it was Noel and Mike that were out. But then when I went back to the room, it was just kind of like everybody was already passed out. It was super late. But man, it was bumping in there. I was checking on him and Jerky. Jerky was actually in there too. And yeah, I mean, that rave was cool, but I was just like, man, this ain't for me.
It's a sensory overload for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. I'll do it.
I remember. Good.
No, I just said it was tight.
I remember Noel saying, and maybe this might have been someone, but they were just like saying that there's a lot of a lot of trickery going on in the crowd. So,
Would you be happy to talk about like femboy stuff or what?
a what?
Femboy?
What is that?
Like little girly looking boys?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, femboy. That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. Okay. There was a lot. There was a lot of that going on, and I think
Yeah,
Noel got fooled a couple times.
Feminine looking boys.
Yeah.
I think Noel got fooled a few times.
Yeah, because I know there's even. No, well.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude! I wish I could have seen that.
Because I remember being like, oh, I made a good choice to go. I was like I made the right call.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
Johnny?
man.
Did you feel some of that? Or?
No. I remember him coming back to the room and saying something about that because, like, I remember being asleep on the floor and like him and Jamaica stumbling through the door at like 3:30 in the morning, and like Jamichael specifically saying something about Noel and like hitting on dudes.
Can't hit on dudes. Yeah, because I see a couple of videos of like, you know, because guys will like cosplay as girl characters and pull it off to a point, and then like is this dude like with his camera going, he's like, yo mom, you're looking good, and he's like, what's your name? And the dude's like, oh, I'm Jordan, like, you know, and it's just like super gross, like, oh fuck, like, you know,
Dude, the funniest shit is whenever you go to the bathroom and there's like dudes that cosplay as girls or whatever, and they're like standing at the urinal pissing, and they're girl cosplay, but they're dudes.
hilarious.
The back
Like
looks
the
like
hell?
girls.
I would say go to those kind of conventions. Don't try to pick up girls. Like
No.
just go and have fun.
Yeah.
Noel looked like he had a lot of fun.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he was enjoying talking to all those boys.
He came back smiling. He had a good time. I'm good. Hey, you know, whatever floats his boat. I'm happy for him.
Dude, yeah, no, I'm happy for Noel too, dude. Did a good job, monkey boy.
Yeah.
Man, damn. See, anyways, so Halloween's coming up, and we have to. We did a thing. I don't know if y'all saw, but we decided that we are going to choose what each other dress up as for the podcast, and that's next week. So we are going to draw our names. I'll let you draw, Johnny, since you are a neutral party.
Okay.
You can draw a name, and we'll just start with that name, and we'll see.
So is he taking? Who's he drawing for?
Who am I drawing
This
for?
is just a name to start with.
Okay.
All right. So you're saying that who do you got?
Brian.
So Brian is going to pick for.
Jordan.
For Jordan. All right. So Brian, you get to tell Jordan what to wear.
What he needs to wear.
What he wants to wear. All right, so why don't you keep
I
Jordan's
iron
name-
his
oh,
uniform
sorry,
every
man.
morning anyways.
I'll put Brian's name back in the mix, and we'll see who Jordan can tell. Like, pick.
Jordan picks 4.
Jordan picks for
This is the
Noel.
Noel. Oh, dude. I bet you he wanted your name, Brian.
Oh, for sure. He
definitely.
he just wants me, period.
So Jordan's pretty much done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Brian's picking for Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan's picking for Noel. So I'm
And then-
putting Noel's name back in.
And then would you say you leave Noel out, and then the next person Noel picks for? Like a little chain.
Let's just start from scratch again. I don't know. Just keep it real random. Let's keep it real random.
The process is random. Everything's random.
Everything's random.
I mean, I need to write this down too. Well, I got it recorded.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to, we gotta do it quickly because we only have a few minutes left.
All right. Migs.
Migs will pick for
Only one. Noel.
Oh, I get to pick Noel's.
Wait, didn't we just say that Jordan picks for Noel?
Yeah, what do we do?
It's random.
It's too random.
Wait, are we done now? Then
No,
No.
because no one's picked for you. Let's see. That's why I was saying you should go in
The
a
person I can
chain.
pick for it is.
Someone needs to pick for
Brian.
me.
So pretty much, I picked for Brian because you pulled my name first.
Mhm.
So the only name I could pull was for Brian.
I picked Jordan. Jordan and Brian.
Okay, so I pick for Jordan. Jordan picks for Noel. Who does Noel pick for?
Noel
picks for Miguel.
For me,
You
by
pick for me.
Process of elimination. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we got it.
We got it. That was it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, cool. I'm not the best at these random things.
Hey, man.
We did it.
All of it is random.
But anyways, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and we'll wrap things up. Hey there. Are you tired of that everyday grind at work? Do you need a vacation? Well, boy, do I have a place for you. Let me tell you about Pin Island. Pin Island has beautiful beaches and some of the world's best resorts. All kinds, big ones, small ones. Check them out for yourself at pinisland.com. That's PNISLAND.com. Go there, check it out. Make your reservation today. Back to the podcast. All right, and we are back. So Halloween is coming right up. We just drew names, so we'll the OG Elite4 crew is going to be in costume. Oh shit, Roxy is pissed right now, but I'll get that in a little bit. But we'll be in costume on the next episode, which is going to be on the what, Brian? What's the next episode? On the 25th?
Yes.
On the 25th. It should be. I hate putting dates on things, but that would be our Halloween. No, it's not going to be the 25th.
It's like 2 weeks down the line.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, it's not next week?
No,
next
it's
Thursday.
not next
We'll
week.
see. No,
Oh, the next day it comes out. It comes
Yeah.
out on the 29th.
29th. That's what it
Yeah.
is, yeah. I'm horrible with dates. Horrible. But yeah, so I got to get my house decorated because I need my house to be inviting for trick-or-treaters because I did say that I like to hand out good candy for the trick-or-treaters because as a kid, I just fucking would fill up sacks of candy, dude. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, give me all the fucking candy. So now I pay my dues and I, give back to the community. And you definitely need to decorate. Like, I would think if I didn't want trick-or-treaters, then I wouldn't decorate, but I do. So I need to decorate.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of y'all decorate y'all's place of living, your living quarters.
The only decoration I have is a tablecloth.
A tablecloth.
I didn't even buy it.
Like outside decorate. Like out.
Yeah, I'm talking
for
about
Halloween.
That's the only Halloween decoration I have. It is a Halloween tablecloth.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sounds nice. Invite us over for dinner. I'll look at it.
Right.
No,
No, Angel's been decorating the front of our house. Is actually looks pretty nice. I mean, there's a bunch of lights around the window and like skeletons in the window and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty cool. But
Oh, yeah?
and we haven't really talked about handing out candy, but I feel like everything that she's doing, I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get some people coming over because they're going to be like, oh, hey, look, this house looks really cool.
Oh, yeah, dude. You can't decorate and not hand out candy, dude.
Yeah.
You're just going to piss off every fucking kid that comes to your place. They're going to be like, oh, look at all these decorations. Let's go ring their doorbell. Hey, trick or treat. And if you're like, get out of here, kids, they're just going to be confused. Like, what? Like, you know, you just lured us in? Like...
And give them granola bars.
Don't do that.
What brand though?
What's it?
Nutri-Grain.
Nutri-Grain, whatever.
Give 'em the good
Nature's
stuff.
Valley.
Yeah.
Nature Valley. There
Does it
you
have
go.
chocolate on it?
No.
No,
Is it a Cliff
never
Bar?
mind. I don't
Yeah.
want it. Cliff Bar. Yeah.
Yeah, you tell Angel she better be handing out candy. Actually, I'm gonna go buy.
What's
So
a
you come by in
Rolex?
costume specifically.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy with the same costume I wear on the podcast.
Do it.
I'm like, where's my Twix bar?
I want a left. Give me a left.
I want a left one. Give me a left one. But yeah, man, like, you know, it's fucking spooky season. So I like to ask my guests this sometimes about the paranormal stuff because I myself have had a couple experiences with the paranormal. You know, I didn't really believe in ghosts until I had my own personal experiences. And now I'm like, that shit real, dog. Like, that shit's fucking real as fuck. But enough about me. I was wondering, do any of y'all believe in the paranormal, ghost, ghouls, demons?
No.
Of course. Of course you don't.
Why? Of course. Why?
I mean, what's on your... let me see your tattoos. You got any cool Japanese demons on there?
Explicitly.
It's culture and art.
Oh, okay. What about you, Johnny? Anything?
I actually don't really believe
Oh.
too much either.
Two non-believers.
I've never had an experience, and I mean, I don't know. I chalk it up to, you know, something that can be explained here and
Yeah.
there. Just
Like,
Have y'all spent the night at John John's house yet?
no.
I do not want to spend the night with John John.
I've heard
first of
things.
all.
I've definitely heard things.
So John John's a mutual friend of ours. Claims this place is haunted. I keep saying that we're gonna take our gear over there and go like ghost hunting.
Ghost hunting.
But I'm afraid all I'm gonna do is just catch him smoking blunts and yeah.
It's just John John in the house.
It's just John.
That's
He's
his
sitting there
experience.
Just tripping. Like, you know? It's like, did you hear that fool? Like, nah, dude, I didn't hear nothing. It's been dead silent the whole time.
So y'all don't have any like, do y'all have anything that maybe y'all have chalked up, like any experiences that maybe you told yourself like, that's coincidence?
Those will get you, dude.
There was one specific time where I remember like sleepwalking or something, or not even that. Okay, not even I remember sleepwalking. I remember my sister telling me that like I was walking around the house one night when I was in like elementary school, and it freaked me out a little bit, but I remember walking around the house, or her telling me that I was walking around the house, and like I went into the bathroom, turned the lights on, and like I was standing in the doorway or something, and she was freaking out about it, but then like I just turned the light off and went back to bed or something, and I never remembered any of it. So I mean, either I was sleepwalking or just it was something silly, but I mean that's really it. Like I've never you know, other than, you know, a kid being scared of the dark kind of thing, but other than that I've never really had anything.
Jeremy, anything for you?
No. I mean,
Nothing.
like, my printer would turn on, like, in the middle of the night sometimes. And I would just turn it off. And then it would turn back on, and I'd just unplug it.
All right, that ghost is gone
man.
now.
Well,
But-
since y'all don't have anything,
I mean-
I'll share one of mine. And I'll share one of my first ones I've ever had. And this took place at a bar I used to work at. It was one of the first bars I ever worked at. And I was brand new in the industry. This is probably my second or third week into working. And I'm still at the point where I'm still learning my job and doing my thing, learning the ins and outs of things, like, you know. And at this point, I'm a bar back. I'm a young boy, bar backing, just washing dishes, stocking beer, stocking ice, doing all the grunt work behind the bar, and all the bars. I would bar back for multiple bar setups. Like, you know, we had different bars throughout the club that I worked at, and at every bar we had these glasses hanging down. We called them from the hat. They're like these little goblets, and most of them are kind of like screwed in shut, like to where they can't slide out and stuff like that, right? But every once in a while, you will find a couple goblets to where if you try hard enough, you can slide them out and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, one night, I'm at the back bar, which we consider like the spooky bar. Like it's real. It's in the far back, you know, the club. Shit always happens back there. Come to find out, like, you know. And I'm back there just washing dishes, just doing my thing. A young little boy just washing dishes, putting them up, and then I remember I put down these glassware on these drying rag that we put them in so they can air dry. And I turn around in time to see this goblet that has been hanging upside down flying through midair, and it hits the back of the wall of the club, which is the backside of the bar. Yeah. And this thing just shatters. I mean, there was like force behind it, right? And I was like, oh, fuck. And then I instantly turned to see, like, I thought someone grabbed one and threw it, right? Mm-hmm. Because it was like straight. It wasn't like it fell down him. It was like it flew like 6 feet like diagonal.
Oh shit!
Like bah, just breaks. And I turned to see who fucking threw it because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta clean that up, like, you know. And all I see is this little girl, like probably this little 18-year-old girl, not even old enough to drink, and she is as white as a ghost. Like, she's not a ghost, but she saw what happened. Mm-hmm. And I looked at her, and then I looked at one of the bartenders. Behind this bar is two bartenders. It's a female and a male bartender, and the female saw what happened. The guy that was the male bartender, which was behind me at the time, he was like, what was that? Who broke something? Whatever, right? He didn't see what happened, but the female did, and she had that same look on her face, like, how the fuck did that happen? And she threw her hands up instantly and was all like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't, whatever. And she just went back to serving guests. And I was just like, did you see anyone that threw that? And she goes, no, it flew straight from up there. That girl saw it, said that it just launched straight to the wall. Like, never fell down. Like, there was no gravity work involved. Like, it never went down. It went just straight and just blasted. And I was just like, fuck. And I was new. So, like, I had to go find my boss and tell him what happened because I didn't know what to do. Yeah. And I was like, excuse me, boss, sir, this goblet broke. Do I replace it? You know, just like, I didn't know. I was real Morty at the time. Like, you know, just like a little Morty. Like, you know. And he asked me, he's like, what happened? And I was like, it just launched. You know, like, I don't know what it was. It just launched. And he fucked with me. He goes, it's probably the ghost, dude. And I was just all like, all right, that's what every motherfucker says. I mean, there's some creepy happens, right? Yep. But no, there was a ghost there. Later on, there was more experiences that we had there at that bar, and I was like, oh, there is a ghost. Because I wrote it off that day as my boss was just fucking with me because I was still culture shocked about the whole bar scene in general as a sheltered boy being, visually violated every day just by what I saw at that bar and stuff, like, you know. But yeah, ghosts were a thing in that bar. Never exactly saw an apparition there, but saw a lot of shit happen. I was like, that was a ghost. Fuck. Yeah.
And I guess I can't say that I completely don't agree or don't, like, believe. I mean, I'd be down to go and take a look at something or something of the sort, but it's just there's never been anything that completely just sways me to say, holy shit, this is real.
Yeah, and I agree with you because even after that, I didn't believe in ghosts. It's like, whatever. That was some weird gust of wind that was real strong that came through. It wasn't until I heard a ghost. That's what made me believe. It was when I heard one. It wasn't that I saw one. It was when I actually heard one. And I was like, oh, fuck. That was the day that everything changed for me. And I was like, oh, ghosts are real. Wow. But that's my personal experiences. Like, you know. And even then, who knows? That could have been some weird voice through an AC vent that traveled fucking the whole building in. You know, like, who knows, right? Like, you know, there could be an explanation for everything. But Yeah.
And see, that's my view on it. It's just like I'm gonna go the route of saying, you know, something like that. You're gonna hear a voice through a vent, or you know, somebody's trying to mess with you, or you know, something along those lines. Before it's like, oh shit, this place is haunted, like legit. This place is haunted,
dog.
Yeah.
Nah, when I heard the ghost, I knew that was a ghost, just because it was just too much. It was an event, and I heard objects being moved, and I was like, oh. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was some spooky stuff. I'll tell the story one day. I hate recounting it because it still gives me chills to this day. but yeah, some crazy stuff, dude. I've had a few experiences, but man, that's crazy. I guess I should dress up as a ghost and like try to scare y'all one day.
Whenever
y'all believe in ghosts now, motherfucker.
Until I see a fucking chair float in front of my face and like fly towards something or get thrown or some shit and see an actual like ghost, I guess I won't.
Yeah,
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, most people require a lot of evidence.
Hard evidence.
Yeah, that's one thing about the paranormal stuff. It's like no one has hard evidence.
yeah.
It's all like, you know, hearsay. Like, oh, I saw this, and then even like the camera like evidence you get, you're like, well, it's kind of blurry, and this could have been fake.
It's a piece
like,
of dust.
It's a weird artifact in the camera. Like, you know, like oh, like it's too explainable. Like, you know.
And see, like I'm usually always on the other end of things. Like there was when a place I worked at, there was a guy that used to watch the cameras for that place, and on the fourth floor of one of the buildings we used to watch, there used to be a chair, and every once in a while that chair would move around. Just so happens that we would go and move that chair, and that dude would get up on the camera and just be like, guys, that chair moved again.
Oh, what a fool.
And like, I guess he couldn't, like, where we actually went in and moved it, he couldn't rewind back that far. Like the footage would cut off at that point to the, you know, he couldn't see that we did it, but he would just freak out. Dude.
See, I think that guy's a fool. This is a single fucking chair. Are you telling me, see, if I was a ghost, I wouldn't fuck with the one chair all day long. I'd be fucking with fucking people all fucking day.
All kinds of shit.
All kinds of stuff. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'll be tugging on girls' hair in the shower, like, you know, like really freaking them out, like, you know, making them real uncomfortable. I don't know, man. I don't want to think about it because I'll be up to no good as a ghost. No good.
No Casper for Miguel?
Dude, I would enjoy it too much.
I thought like ghost believers thought that ghosts could only be haunting like a specific thing or some shit like that. It's like they're stuck to something in the real world or some shit. They always say some shit like that.
Like a specific thing tied to that person.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's the only thing that ties into the real world and the spiritual world.
Like
and,
an object.
Yeah.
Like an object, yeah.
Like a house.
What if I die and I see the light and I'm just like, hold up, give me like a few days. Like,
hold on.
Like a deal.
On. I have a list.
like Eric comes and takes over your podcast. Like, wait, hold on.
Just come back and knock over all this
I
shit.
would, dude. I would. You just see this mic. Just freak out Eric. You know? That motherfucker take over my podcast.
You go through the recordings later and be like, what the fuck?
You see my face like barely come in focus and comes out. Like,
You're like,
shit.
you're like just screaming into the mic the whole time. Man, the audio's all fucked up.
Getting a bunch of white noise over here. I don't know what it is.
See
yeah, dude.
Miguel's face back here.
I would have an agenda, dude. I would fuck with every person that has done me wrong. I would. Not that I have a list or anything.
Dun,
I really don't have a list. I don't have many. I don't have anyone that's done me wrong, anyways. I think I would just be up to no good though. Just a bunch of tricks.
Yeah.
Just pranking people.
There's a whole bunch of stuff you couldn't do with the physical body.
Yeah. Like what would I do? I think I would dip my hand in flour and slap someone's ass. That would be fun.
Honestly, I think you should do that now. Like,
Just get some nice like flour, some chalk, and just like bah, slap someone's ass.
Yeah.
All you see is the handprint, and you're like, "Who did that? There's the handprint. Like, you know, someone did it. It's a ghost dog." And there I am just laughing about it.
Johnny,
there you go.
Johnny
you just blame it on a ghost now.
Just
I'm pretty sure Johnny
just do it now. Blame it on the ghost. This goddamn ghost dog.
It's like, oh shit, it was Roxy.
You're gonna see it on Angel's ass. You're like, God damn it,
These ghosts.
Oh no.
And then immediately just like Miguel.
He's like, wait a minute, I know this plan.
I know this plan. I know this hand. Just get out a protractor. And,
Yeah, it's Miguel. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Angel would think you're crazy, dude.
oh yeah,
Yeah. What do you mean Miguel shot my ass? He's dead. No.
he's gone.
No, he did this.
It's like no. This right here. That's Miguel.
That's Miguel's hand. That's his small little hand. Look at it.
Dainty.
Whopper hands.
Yeah, I got the Whopper hands, dog. Oh no, Gunner has the Whopper hands.
He has
Yeah.
Whopper hands.
Yeah, Gunner does.
Real dainty. I hope he's
Real-
watching.
Real
this.
tiny.
Yeah, he's streaming. Nowadays,
He's a Twitch streamer now.
Twitch streamer. Did he start that right after the podcast, or was he doing that when he was on the podcast? Because it's been a few
do you
weeks since he's
remember?
been on.
I think it was after. Like
Right
he,
after?
He full on just like he set up a schedule. He's got a webcam now. You know, he's trying to make like a little bit of a social media presence.
Yeah, I guess I need to share his stuff. If y'all remember Gunner from, I don't know what episode it was, if it was 6 or 7, I don't even remember. But it wasn't too long ago, Gunner was on the podcast. He is a Twitch streamer now, and I'll share his links so y'all can follow him and see what kind of games he plays. What does he play?
It's like a mix of things. He's played a couple things here and there. I want to say most recently it was like Phantasmophobia.
Ghost hunting.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
And of course, I mean, Dead by Daylight is the
Oh, yeah.
usual.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, he does that quite a bit.
What about any Among Us?
I don't think he's actually streamed that because
He needs to get on the band. Oh, maybe he doesn't have a crew.
We do
we
have a crew.
played.
It's just really hard to get everybody
Yeah.
together.
Mm.
To get 10 people together is
Scheduling's
really
a
hard.
bitch, dude.
Yeah.
Scheduling is a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how those people do it like multiple times a day. How they have like a stream of 10 people.
Well, when I
It's
guess
usually a bunch of streamers.
Yeah.
So they all just
Yeah.
that's
They all
all they
just
do.
hop on. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, you want some content? You want some free content?
Yeah.
Let's go. And yeah, I mean, they're all gonna bite on that, but
Yeah, we talked about doing that here on Elite 4.
that'd be cool.
Doing some Among Us streams, but it's still out there. There's still a lot of bridges we gotta cross with that one.
You got to be careful with that. Among Us is like Mario Party, man. You're gonna lose some people over that. You're gonna lose some friends.
What friends?
So we get some wild accusations going, and then people start bringing real world stuff into it. I mean, notice I look over at Jeremy when
What did
I
I
say
do?
no,
What
no,
did I
no.
say?
Oh, Jerry, you
People
play
just-
Among Us with Johnny?
Like one time, maybe
One
twice.
time.
Just twice. It was
Twice.
Twice.
Everyone just blames me because I'm Asian. It's
That's not
even,
why.
That is why.
Jerky did that.
Jerky is actually the most racist person ever in that game.
I think Jerky has the most detective vibe to him in that game, like real quick, and he's called a lot of people out on some good stuff. Like
He
whenever
just
you go
accuses.
in and play that game, he
Yeah,
does. He really
just
does.
Accuses, throws out
Uh,
wild accusations.
But like, you know, the premise of the game is just like you're this person trying to repair your ship, get home, whatever.
Yeah.
And Jerky realizes, I guess, the different tasks that come along with what people do. And there was one time Fabe was the killer.
Yeah.
And Fabe was just like, yeah, I was doing this and this and this, and I had another thing to do this over here. And Jerk was just like, well, why didn't you do this at whenever we were trying to shut the oxygen back on or turn it back on? And Fabe was like, it's like Fabe's killer. Real quick, dude. Real
Call
quick.
the
And
beat.
Jerky does some real
Dude,
crazy
I think-
detective work in it.
I think on Faith's defense, he just needs to have better, have some good things to say, ready to go.
Jerky-
You know what? Maybe I was looking for the fucking killer. Maybe I was double backing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
that's
things
true.
that you could say, and that's really what those games are about. Is just like how good you can sell your bullshit.
Yeah.
So if you're the killer and they call you, why didn't you do this task? Well, I double back because there hasn't been a body reported, and I was like, man, I'm gonna find a body if I double back, and I double backed, and just look at there's certain things you could say
Yeah.
to really. I watch a lot of Among Us, so I
Yeah.
see different streamers, and some are good, some are real good. Disguised Toast is one that I like to watch. He's real good with his detective work. But he's also a good imposter too. Like,
That's cool.
I see him.
This group has a lot of good bullshitters because we have a previous background of playing board games that require a lot of that.
Exactly what it is.
And I can tell you now that like a lot of like it's hard to bullshit I guess it's different because the board games we play are face to face.
Yeah.
So you get to see, you see the person, you see the reaction.
Yeah, and even then we're good at that. Like whenever we play, what's the one? Coup.
We play Coup,
how it's like everyone's like a certain couple characters, but everyone first turns a Duke.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Duke, and then you take your 3 coins that only a Duke can do. And like it's all like there's only 3 Dukes in this game, but there's like 9 of us playing, and we're all Dukes, and we don't know who it is, but we're all just bullshit. It's real bad, dude. Real toxic group we're in.
Everyone's really good at lying.
A bunch of liars is what we are.
We're playing because Werewolf was a thing, then Resistance and Avalon, and everyone just got really good at duping each other. It's just hard.
Almost too good.
But it's fun. That's what makes it fun because, like, I would say, like, just when we play those board games, it's like an advanced level. It's like there's layers to it. Like, like maybe like failing a mission first round when there's only 2 people. Like that's like so like.
I've done that before.
Yes, dude, it's
like
tough.
you know. Yeah. Even like I guess you're talking about Resistance, right? How like. I think I can't remember who I was with, but like me and the other traitor or whatever spy were both selected to go on the first mission, and I was like, "Oh, we can't double down," and both of us denied. And then we were caught red-handed, right? But I think we did. I think one of us went with fell in the mission. Yeah. And of course we blame each other. So then we're like, but one person's really innocent, like that, instantly innocent. The other person's sold out. So long game wise, it's good for the spies.
Yeah.
That's a good game to play though.
Watch out. We'll see. We'll be playing some of that because really, Among Us is just those games just digitalized.
Just digitalized. It's all it is.
Literally what it is.
That's all it is.
And honestly, it's kind of weird if you play Among Us, or the way it's supposed to be played, just typing out to people and everything. It's a little harder. Whenever we play, we legitimately have like 10 people in a Discord group, and everyone's talking. And we got to make sure it's like, hey, when you die, don't say anything, or this, that, and the other. Have like actual ground rules, but. Man, it's hard whenever you're actually having to type out who did this, who did what, blah, blah, blah.
People that play on their phones with a bunch of randos, and they just like type stuff like, oh, it's purple. Like, whatever. I'm like, dude, that's real hard. Like,
that's hard.
But whenever you're able to talk, that's what opens up the game. Is whenever everyone's able to talk, but you do have to have those rules to where all right, whenever we're in the ship, everyone mutes, and then if you're dead, you mute as well.
Yeah, because if you're being silly, like we had a couple incidents with this where it's just like, you're talking and you're saying like, oh, hey, Jeremy, what are you doing? Get away from me. And it's just like, oh, well, last thing we heard from June was, hey, he was around Jeremy. Jeremy's the one that's the killer. Yeah,
you got to mute yourself while you're in the ship or whatever level you're at.
Yep.
Yeah, but that was good stuff. But it's getting a little late, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. Anything y'all want to talk about before we go?
I got nothing.
Nothing.
This Slowpoke pillow right here. Noel, if you're watching, this is mine now.
Oh shit! All right. It's a nice pillow. I like it.
It's great. No, I mean it's Miguel's, but it's mine while I'm here.
Well, all right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Elite4 Podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Later, guys.
Later.
I never had a father.